Hi, I'm Danita VR Unit, and I did my unit on the theme called Light. I did 4th grade. So let's start off with science. My first activity is called Energy with Light, and the students will provide evidence for how energy can be transferred by light, by sound, light, heat, and electronic currents. Students make an experiment on what color transfers more heat to promote photosynthesis. It just kind of describes, we'll do see how light can vary based off of photosynthesis. And the standard for it is 4.PS.3.2, making observations to provide evidence for how energy can be transferred from place to place by sound, light, heat, and electronic currents. And then this kind of ties in with my social studies one. So we'll go to social studies. And it's called South Dakota Sunlight Economics. Students will describe how sunlight helps South Dakota and other parts of the U.S. economic needs. And the standard for this is describe how the economic needs of South Dakota and people in other regions of the United States have been met. And then let's go to math. Okay, let's go to art. I like art. The first thing is color psychology. They'll do a unbiased color poll. Students will be shown slides of colors, one color at a time, the color of the light spectrum. They will write down a word that describes the association or feeling that this color evokes. Students will break into groups by color to collect and evaluate their data of high-frequency words and generalize for each word. Each group will choose 2 or 3 common used words to describe their color and report their feelings to the class. This can be like their favorite color or something like that too. And maybe they might decide they might change the color of because of what they're feeling. And then the students will investigate color theory articles and videos online. And they'll, go watch the YouTube video and what the meaning is through this website. Then they will do a window art, which is they will have pieces of paper that are transparent or fairly transparent that you can see light through, and they put them on the window, and they will present a bar graph through with the window or on the window from the math class, and I'll explain that in a little bit. The bar graph will portray the math through the window based off of what color they liked or chose that they felt best, so that you can kind of see which colors each student liked the most. And the standards are revised artwork in progress on the basis of insights gained through peer discussion. The other one is set goals and create artwork that are meaningful, and have a purpose to the markers. So we'll go to math next, because some of this is math. and I called this unit Art Math. Students will make a bar graph that will be based off of the color preference in the art class, just like I previously stated. The bar graph will then portray on the window using the window art in art class. And it follows the standard of students will be able to simplify a two-step equation using whole numbers. And then language arts. This one's called Informative Explanatory Research Paper. Students will collect information on color and light and how photosynthesis is important to the plant in South Dakota. This is also tied through to the science one because of the photosynthesis, and it's also tied to social studies because it's based off plant life in South Dakota. The first exposure, the teacher will read A Day in the Sun and reflect on being helpful for earth and plants. Second exposure, teacher will read Making Light Work, The Science of Optics, Chapter 6. Teacher will help students with coming up with the main idea and details to support it. Because they'll start working on their informative paper by exposure 2, coming up with ideas on it. In exposure 3, class will read and look at hands-on science Rainbows to Landerson, chapter about color. Teacher will introduce mixing colors with light. This is related to the flashlight choreography in the music one, which I'll talk about in a little bit. This gives the students more information of how mixing light can be used to make more different colors, and also when you have more colors, you have more different types of photos. You see what more colors work for photosynthesis. The standards are recall relevant information from experiences or gather relevant information from print and digital sources and take notes and categorize information and provide a list of sources. So with this paper, they're going to find an array of sources and kind of prove to us how photosynthesis and light can change with color even. They will also conduct a short research project that builds knowledge through investigation of different aspects of a topic. So they gotta investigate, like with science, they'll actually investigate that which color does photosynthesis better. And then it also demonstrates intentional effect in refining media artworks, emphasize elements for a purpose. This is the art. And now I'll go to the music portion of this, which is kind of related to the English portion, because in exposure 3, they will learn about introducing mixing colors with light and like flashlight choreography. We will also mix colors to make other colors and make like a little dance with it. So students will choreograph a light show using a flashlight to portray the class's color preference. So they will make more colors with the lights. Students will make more colors out of the primary colors. The first exposure. Teacher will lead and explain flashlight wavelengths to a song of multiple choice. So I will have them teach them how to mix the colors together and how to do like little dances with them. And then students will take turns leading the class with a flashlight, making their own directions, and the student will break into groups and they will come up with their own light show using different colors. And then the standards are presents the final version of a personal creating music to others and explain connections to express intent. They demonstrate understand of the structure and the elements of music such as rhythm, pitch, and in music select performance. And a general standard is the song form, steady beat, tempo, phrasing, 8-count musical unit. And the next one is, and the last one is drama. Related to the English also is the drama. They will present the book Days in the Sun by Helen Ramsey. Students will break into smaller groups and perform a dramatic reading and reader's theater with the text. And that is based off of the standard. Imagine ways in which the elements of physical expression can be by a character might support the story and give circumferences in dramatic and other theoretical work. So like this book also has a lot of the science in it because it has the art or the light explanation and some color in there and stuff like that. And that should be it.